A-level results day is barely days away, and whether you're feeling confident, sick with nerves, or somewhere in between, no matter what those results say, you will be okay. This video will prepare you for everything that could happen. No sugarcoating, no panic, just a clear plan. Hey guys, I'm Navya. I did my A-levels in 2024 and I'm currently studying psychology at the University of Warwick. This is my platform where I talk about things that might be helpful to other people or are interesting to me. If you're new here, I hope you consider subscribing because it would help me out so much. So without further ado, let's get into it. Number 1 is to know your UCAS login info. The day before results day, double check that you can log into your UCAS track and haven't forgotten the password. It sounds very stupid, but trust me, it happens, especially if you haven't logged in a while. I had my password saved, so I was alright, but I do recommend that you make sure that you can log in the day before. Especially because it might be beneficial in case you need to log into your UCAS on a different device if one of your devices isn't working. 2 is to have a plan A, B, and C. Plan A is if you get the grades and you're happy with your firm, great. Celebrate and confirm your choice, nothing much to worry about. Plan B is if you miss your offer, understand clearing and appeal options. We'll get into more about this later. Plan C is to think about other alternatives. Gap year, resits, other unis, foundation courses, and apprenticeships. More on this later as well. 3 is to be prepared for clearing. Clearing is a system for students who haven't received any offers, declined all their offers, or didn't meet the conditions of their offers to apply for courses that still have vacancies. It is most commonly used right after the A-level results are released in August. However, lots of universities will have already released the courses that are available through clearing on their websites before results day. This might be because A, they didn't have enough applicants to fill the spaces, B, they didn't have enough people who qualified for an offer, C, people who did IB or any other form of education didn't meet their offer, or D, not enough A-level students met their offer. This is because universities receive your A-level grades before you do, and depending on whether or not you met your offer, they will either have more spaces open or have filled their vacancies. However, not all courses at all universities that have spaces will be listed in clearing. This was something I had tested on my own results day. There was a certain university that I really liked when I went to the open day, but I didn't apply because of other reasons, because in comparison with my other choices, it didn't make the cut depending on ranking and graduate prospects, so I didn't actually apply. But on results day, I called them up at 8 a.m. despite having got into my firm choice university, asking if they had a vacancy. And despite not having listed their course on clearing on the website, they did offer me a place. But being offered that place while already having my firm, I had to make a decision and I ended up choosing my firm because I felt more comfortable with it. And I don't regret it. But I just want to let you know that even though the course might not have an availability online, they might still have a space, but they don't have enough spaces to list it in clearing. So the idea is that most universities will have some spaces open in clearing for certain courses. That doesn't mean that there are certain courses that are available for clearing in all universities, or that certain universities have all their courses in clearing, which is why you need to be aware of the course and the universities that you might be interested in before results day, just so you are prepared. They usually release the list a day before, but lots of courses have more availability on results day because people might decline their places for whatever reason. Do your research the day before. Write down the course names, universities, and phone numbers in case you need to call. I recommend you create a spreadsheet with all these details so it makes it easier for you to be able to rank and edit and move around. Write down courses and their respective universities that you might be interested in, and then look them up to see if any of them are in clearing. But don't delete the ones you're interested in just because they're not in clearing, because like I said before, although they have vacancies, they might not be in clearing, so do call them up just in the chance that they do have a space. Through clearing, you can search for available places and contact the universities directly to see if they will offer you a place. It is the second chance to secure a place for the upcoming academic year. If you do better than you initially expected, you still have options to go to a university that you didn't think was in your reach in the first place. So definitely plan for this on both ends of the spectrum if you're not happy with your course and university for your firm choice. And check out the timings that the hotlines open for every university. Don't panic when you wake up. On the day off, I don't recommend waiting until later to see your results unless you're in a really critical condition where you can't do it earlier. It can just add to stress and unnecessary overthinking, and the longer you leave it, the lesser options you will have if things don't go as planned. Your UCAS track should update at 8 a.m, but it will not show your grades. It will only tell you if you got into your firm or insurance, if you have either of those. However, it is often that it might take a bit longer because the website does tend to crash because of the amount of users using it at the same time. So don't panic if you don't see anything immediately, it is actually quite common. I'm pretty sure I got my results fairly on time at 8:01, but don't stress if it takes a few seconds. If your status says unconditional or confirmed, you're in. And instead of worrying the night before, spend that time planning your plan B and C just in case things don't go as planned to help reduce that stress. 5 is to check UCAS track for course decisions. As soon as UCAS track or hub updates on results day, check the status of your firm and insurance choices. If your firm choice is showing is unconfirmed, it means the university still hasn't made a final decision yet. So call them as soon as possible to ask if they're still considering you. Be polite, have your UCAS ID ready, and ask them if there's still a chance they'll accept you based on your grades. Time matters, especially if you need to enter into clearing. 6 is to collect your grades from your sixth form, college, or email. Make sure you collect your grades from school or college as soon as they're released. This is where you will see your actual results, not just your UCAS status. You will need this for clearing, appeals, personal reference, or even for just a peace of mind. My sixth form emailed us our results, which was much more convenient, so check if your sixth form or college does the same. I literally got mine at 8:02, which was not bad at all. I think it can be quite difficult to have to go to school while also being active through clearing if you're in that position, so make sure you're going early to get a better chance at clearing. 7 is to keep a calm space for calls. When it's time to make clearing calls, be in a calm and quiet space where you can focus. Have water nearby, your phone fully charged, your laptop fully charged, and a notepad ready to jot things down. Stay somewhere familiar and surround yourself by people you actually want to be opening your results with. Some people might prefer to just have family around and not their friends, and some people might even prefer to be alone. Whatever it is, prioritize your peace of mind over everything else. If you're opening your results with others, having multiple people on different calls can help with long phone queues. But when you do actually get through with either of them, make sure you're the one speaking and not them. 8 is to call universities in clearing. Make sure you have your documents ready before calling universities for clearing options. Always speak to the university yourself and have your grades, UCAS ID, and a brief explanation of your interests prepared. Keep the conversation short and to the point and meaningful, like an elevator pitch, because they won't have time to listen to you for too long and many other students will be competing for the same place. 9 is to be ready for appeals. It's important to understand that if your results are very different from what you expected, you have the right to question them through an appeal. Before results day, check the grade boundaries so you know what to expect and how close your marks might be to the next grade boundary. I personally predicted all my grades right after every A-level exam ended and ended up with exactly what I predicted. So if your actual grades are very different from your predictions, it's completely normal to feel uncertain. Contrary to what some might say, like it is what it is or there's nothing you can do about it, you actually can do something if you believe your grades aren't accurate. Find out your exam board and schools or colleges' process for requesting a priority remark. This is a recheck of your exam papers that can sometimes raise your grades. It's a good idea to talk to your teachers if you think you might want to appeal, because requesting a remark is a serious decision. It can cost money and your grades could go up or down. Being informed and prepared will help you make the best choice for your future. 10 is that a gap year is not the end of the world. Taking a gap year is more common than you might think, and it definitely isn't the end of the world. For example, I have a friend who's 21. She spent 2 years doing an apprenticeship before she decided that she wanted to go to uni. I've also met loads of gap year students who are in my flat at my university, so it's a completely normal path that loads of people take. That being said, if you are considering taking a gap year, it's important to have a clear plan on how you want to spend that time. You don't want it to lead to more uncertainty about your future. Having goals or activities lined up can make your gap year a valuable and purposeful experience rather than a year lost. 11 is to not compare yourself. Remember, everyone's path is different and a single grade or university offer doesn't define your future success. It's easy to fall into the trap of comparing yourself to others, especially on social media where you mostly see success stories. But that doesn't show you the full picture. If you're feeling overwhelmed, talk to your family member, a friend, or a teacher. You're definitely not alone. Whatever happens on results day, give yourself time to process it. You've worked hard for 2 years, and one day or one set of results doesn't change your worth or your potential. 12 is to celebrate your outcome. No matter what your results are, it's important to take a moment to celebrate your hard work and dedication. There'll be A-level raves going on all over the country, and many restaurants and cafes offer special deals or coupons on results day to help students mark the occasion, whether you got the grades you expected or not. For example, you might find free food at Nando's, 30% off at Bella Italia, or even a free pizza at Gordon Ramsay Street Pizza. Taking advantage of these offers can be fun and a low-cost way to treat yourself and unwind after the stress. Beyond these freebies, celebrating, whether that's with family, friends, or even some quiet me time, helps you acknowledge your effort regardless of the outcome. Remember, results day is just one step in your journey, and every step deserves recognition. So go ahead, enjoy the moment, and recharge for what comes next. Those are all the tips I have for A-level results day. I'll include a results day checklist in the description below for you to check out. Whatever your results are and whatever direction your future takes, remember that life is long and there are many paths you can follow. So don't be too hard on yourself. Whether things go exactly as you hoped or not, congratulations on reaching this milestone. Good luck and thank you so much for watching. I'd really appreciate it if you would consider subscribing. It would mean a lot to me. I post every week, so I will hope to see you next week. Bye!